This is video 1 introducing the PDLB software for the Pico display baseboard. The code for this video and more information is at the GitHub site. As this channel covers multiple microcontroller solutions over time, please subscribe to stay informed and click like, as that really helps. In this video, we introduce the Pico Display Layout Builder software to support advanced graphics on PicoMite. Okay, let's look at the PDLB software. The PDLB software is organized into 5 sections, and I'll put an overlay of that up now on the screen. Okay, let's discuss each of the sections. On the far left of the screen, you'll see the control section. And there's a button for each of the PicoMite controls. All you have to do is press the button, which changes the cursor, bring it over the canvas, and click, and you drop a control. You can then click again to select it, and then move the object around. As you saw, when we clicked on the object and dropped it into the canvas, the property screen popped up, and this shows the properties of that button. And you can make changes to the button. For example, let's change the label to Home. And the change is reflected immediately on the button on the screen. We can change colors. There's both a custom color RGB picker, or what I prefer is the PicoMite color list. So we've put all the PicoMite colors here in a list, and you can just select them. So let's change the background color, say, to gold, and then update it. Now let's change the foreground color to red, and update it. And you see the changes are reflected immediately on the canvas. And now you can move this around, center it as you wish. You can also resize the object by using the resize feature. It's a right click on the object. You'll get a little grab tool. You can move the grab to the direction you want in terms of size and let go. You can move it again and it'll change and follow that grabber. When you're ready, you can release it and then click update, and it centers the caption. As you've been watching, you'll notice that the info strip updates the mouse's XY location, and it also has information about the workspace, project, and source. At the very top of the screen is the setup menu. So let's bring in another program example. Here we're opening up the info 2-page example. And when we do, the first page is displayed, and at the top of the application you'll see there's 2 buttons now. Button 1 setup and button 2 setup. Button 1 setup represents all the objects on page 1. So if I click the second button, the first page of items disappear, and now we see all the items on the second page, which is exactly how the PicoMite operates. If we need to do some more editing on page 1, we just click on the button and we pop back to here, and we can select items and edit them, and we can even add new controls, and they'll all go on this setup page. Pretty nice feature. Lastly, I want to demonstrate the status bar at the bottom of the application. So when you add a control to the canvas or do any major operation, information is placed into the status bar. Here it says that we've created caption, and it's reference number 1. So here's the caption, here's reference number 1. And I can make changes to this, move it around, and when I'm done, I can say update, and that update event is captured in the status bar. If I added another object to the screen, that create of the button reference number 2 is placed into the status bar, and now it's update. So that's the status bar. It gives you a running documentary of what's going on with your changes. Okay, now we're going to load the color names program into the PDLB program. And this is showing captions with all the names of the colors on the PicoMite, as well as buttons with the names on the buttons in the color names. And we can send this to the PicoMite via the Edit. So I'll do that now. Okay, we'll put the camera on the PicoMite. All right, the software is in the control center and it's about to be pushed to the PicoMite. Okay, we can see it running on the PicoMite. It actually looks a lot nicer on the PicoMite than it does on my display. But you can see all the colors and their names. And this is good to get a good idea of what the colors actually look like on the LCD display. And they're, in my eyes, they're slightly different from what you see on Windows. Okay, let's look at another example, the Switch to LED program. This is a simple example. It just has 3 controls. The first control is a switch, which has the values off or on, and it has the name SW1. And it provides an output to other controls. The next 2 controls are the on LED and the off LED. Here we see that the on LED is setting its value from the output of the switch. So the switch is either off or on. When it's on, its value is 1. It's going to pass 1 onto the LED. The LED takes a value of 0 or 1. So 0, it's off, 1, it's on. And so this value will turn on the LED when the switch is on. And it'll turn on the off LED when the switch is off. This is the switch to LED output file. It contains the PicoMite Advanced Graphics Control basic commands. When the add-on function is clicked from the PDLB screen, you get the basic file output that we just looked at sent to the Edit program. Here you can edit it further, or you can press the load button, which will send it to the PicoMite. Okay, the program is being sent from the control center to the PicoMite. And as you can see, the same display that we saw on the PDLB program is now on the PicoMite. Let's look at the functionality. Right now, the switch is off and the red LED is lit. We can press it, and when we do, the green LED comes on and the switch shows that it's on. We can press the switch again, and now the switch shows that it's off and the red LED is lit, showing that it's off. And these are all graphics on the PicoMite. No buttons are involved. Very nice. In summary, the Pico Display Layout Builder provides a great desktop GUI application with point-and-click layout of the PicoMite controls, simple integration with the Basic. It has a project source and output management capability and workflow integration with the PicoMite software. It runs on a simple platform involving the Pico Display baseboard, an SSD 1963 controller board that you can get from China through AliExpress or through Amazon or your favorite online retailer. To get the full power of the PicoMite, you need one that has an integrated touch controller and an integrated SD card. You can use files from that SD card directly in their PicoMite programs. The PDLB program provides layout controls that allow you to move, resize, and color the controls. It provides a means to generate. It provides a means to merge that code with the PicoMite system and push it to the PicoMite. And of course, you can save the layout of programs as source files. I hope you enjoyed learning more about the PDLB software, and thank you for listening.